Self-deception often comes from a need for protection. The human mind has an extraordinary talent for creating stories that make us feel safe. If believing a certain narrative helps us avoid pain or guilt, then we tend to reinforce it until it becomes an absolute truth. In the religious sphere, this phenomenon is evident in those who defend dogmas and rules without ever questioning them. If as a child you were taught that your body is impure and that suffering is a virtue, it is much easier to accept it and repeat it, rather than face the trauma of discovering that everything you believed in was based on a lie. But what happens when the truth knocks on the door? Well, it's often double-locked. And maybe with a little incense to chase away the bad vibes. When an idea is ingrained in our belief system, we defend it at all costs, even if it harms us. Self-deceivers are not necessarily conscious liars. In fact, many of them truly believe what they say. If an ideology has given them a sense of identity and security, admitting that it is wrong would be like losing themselves. Let's take a classic example: sin. Most traditional religions teach you that you are intrinsically flawed, that your nature is corrupt, and that you must spend your entire life redeeming yourself. If a person grows up with this belief, they will tend to justify any form of suffering or deprivation as part of a greater plan. God is testing me. It is my destiny to suffer. Pleasure is dangerous. And so the cycle continues. The more you suffer, the more you believe you are right. The more you believe you are right, the more you suffer. It is a mental short circuit, perfectly designed to feed itself. And then there is hypocrisy, the twin sister of self-deception. Why do those who preach purity often hide unspeakable secrets? Why do those who condemn pleasure often seek it in the most secret and twisted ways? The answer is simple: human desire cannot be erased. It can be repressed, hidden, condemned, but never truly eliminated. Anyone who has ever tried to purify himself has discovered that forbidden thoughts do not vanish with prayer. This is why absurd situations arise. Evangelical pastors caught with prostitutes. Religious leaders who preach humility while swimming in gold. Parents who impose very strict rules on their children, but secretly break those same rules. Why? Because when dogma is stronger than inner truth, truth finds other ways to manifest itself. Maybe in the dark, maybe in lies, but always with strength. Self-deception is not only found in religion, but in every aspect of our lives. Think about when we justify toxic relationships with phrases like, "He is made this way," "He loves me deep down." Or when we stay in situations that destroy us because "I have no other choice." And then there is the self-deception of sacrifice, the idea that the more we sacrifice ourselves, the more valuable we are. If I suffer, it means I'm doing the right thing. This thinking is a dangerous trap, because it turns suffering into a badge of honor, instead of a signal that something needs to change. One, question your beliefs. Ask yourself, why do I believe this? Who taught me this? Who benefits from my believing this? 2, listen to your emotions. If a belief makes you feel small, guilty, or wrong, maybe it's time to reconsider it. 3, be honest with yourself. If you find out that you have defended a lie, don't feel guilty. Personal growth is about course corrections. 4, look beyond guilt. Guilt is often a sign that someone else is trying to control you. 5. Accept the paradox. People who deceived you didn't always mean it. Sometimes they were victims of the same cycle. Self-deception is powerful because it protects us from the pain of the truth. But the truth, no matter how harsh, is the only path to freedom. It's not about condemning those who lie to themselves, but about understanding why they do it and how we can avoid falling into the same trap. Remember, the human mind is a wonderful storyteller. It is up to us to decide whether we want to tell ourselves stories that imprison us or that liberate us. Next time you find yourself defending an idea too forcefully, ask yourself, is this really my truth, or is it just a lie I've repeated too many times? And with that, I'll see you in the next video.